Hi, it's Runic Painting Studio, and in this video I'm going to give you a guide to painting Napoleonic Prussian artillery. In a recent video I talked about how to build the metal artillery piece, so if you're interested in learning how to do that, I'll put a link in the description. So first of all, I'm going to start with painting the carriage. I've used a spray primer. I've used some ultramarine blue from the army painter. You could of course prime maybe with a grey and apply some ultramarine blue with a brush. This is a speedier process. So the first part of the painting process is tackling the ironwork. You need a black or a dark grey for this. I've got Ironclad grey, which is from the army painter John Blanche Masterclass set. But you could use something like Vallejo German grey. Wherever you've got these little rivets, that's a good sign you've got some ironwork. There's also the wheels to think about. There'd be an iron band around the outside of the wood, and the hub as well. These little nails, you might want to try picking them out just with a wee dot. And I'll continue picking out all this metalwork. I'll let you inspect where I've coloured in the ironwork. I'm going to highlight all the little rivets with a dry brush with some frost blue from the army painter. With a gentle pass. And this will quickly bring all those rivets into vision. You can also do this highlighting on the hubs and the rims of the wheels and the little ammo box that comes with the kit. I want the wood to look like wood, so I'm going to add some little lines to imitate wood grain. Don't have to be very organised. This is Triumphant Navy from the army painter. Going to work that wood grain pattern a bit more with some alpha blue, so I'll go in between the stripes that I've marked already. You can also use the alpha blue to add a little edge highlight on the spokes. So onto the gun itself, it was primed with a bit of Raven Black from the Colour Forge. The main colour for the gun here is going to be Vallejo Bronze. I'm dry brushing this on with a makeup brush. It's a nice and quick way to apply. To highlight the bronze, I am dry brushing on some Vallejo brass just along the length of the gun along the top. I'm going to go back over the end of the supports here because there would be a bit of iron banding holding the gun down on the carriage. So that's a fairly straightforward and quick approach to painting up a piece of Napoleonic Prussian artillery. I'm going to move on to the crew and bring things together. The process of painting the crew is very similar to Prussian line infantry. So if you've seen the video on Prussian line infantry, you might just want to skip ahead and just do your straps in black along with your collar and cuff black with red piping. Otherwise, you can watch along with this. It's been primed with Ghoul Grey from the Colour Forge, and I'm using Speedpaint Peachy Flesh for this skin. The artilleryman's jacket would be a dark blue, so I've got Speedpaint Tyrian Navy. I'm going to try and avoid the buttons. And I'm going to avoid the collar and cuffs. on the back of the model, I don't want to paint over the turnbacks. They're going to be a nice bright red. Got some Gravelord grey to do his trousers. Some models might have a coat wrapped up over the shoulder, and this would be grey as well. With some dark wood, I'm going to paint the haft of the sponge here. I've seen some arguments that would say that that would have been painted in the same colour as the gun carriage, so you probably use something like Beowulf blue. But I think that on campaign wood would get replaced fairly regularly and the paint would rub off. Okay, moving on to Grim Black. Doing boots and gaiters first. On the back of the model, to the scabbard, but also the strap for the sword. Let's do the collar, cuffs. A little overspill the black there, so just clean my brush off and wick that away. Shackle cover, as well as the peak and the little chin strap. And collar. This guy's got a sponge, so I'll paint that with the Grim Black as well. Up until now, you could probably accuse me of being a bit careless in my approach, but I've gone back over with some Brainmatter Beige to pick out the piping that I want to do in Speedpaint Blood Red. I've also been back over the buttons with some of the Brainmatter Beige as well. So the turnbacks are getting picked out in Blood Red. I've used the Brainmatter Beige to pick out the buttons. I've also done the sword knot. And piping on things like the collar and the cuff. With Speedpaint Polished Silver, you can pick out the buttons on the gaiters. The buttons on the jacket I will do with some glittering loot. I'll also use this on the hilt of his sword and the end of the sheath. We're getting towards the end of the process. I'm going to dry brush the black and the grey with a bit of ash grey from the Army Painter. Really light dry brush with some ultramarine blue jacket, just catching the raised bits in the sleeves. Dry brush of leather brown on the wood. So I'm doing a wash with dark tone of the buttons and just outline them a bit better. Also do this on the sword hilt. I thought it was all coming together, but I've been having some trouble with the skin of his face. There were some splodges of paint, so I've been doing some tidying up with some jasper skin. And some Runic grey diluted with a bit of medium, adding a stubble effect to the chin. With some poppy red thinned with medium, just adding a bit of colour to the middle of his face. And here's the finished 6-pounder artillery piece, all based up for my very slow growing Napoleonic Prussian army. This is a Warlord Games metal casting, and in a previous video I put together a guide on how to prepare and build metal artillery pieces for painting. I'll put a link below if you want to check that out. So once again, this has been a tutorial that's erring on the side of speed over detail. I think a colour primer is a great way to get artillery pieces done quickly. The flat surfaces here don't lend themselves too well to speed paints, so some acrylics are probably the best bet there. But for the crew, speed paints mean you can effectively get a base coat down quickly. Let me know what you thought of this video below. Once again, big thanks to Matt Rowe and my other channel members and Patreon supporters for helping me invest in all these paints and models to make tutorials with. I'll be back again soon with another painting guide. Bye for now.